Don't mind me, just feeding my Jesta obsession. How's it going, guys? It is Plastic Disasta back with another review, and today we're going to take a look at the Master Grade Jesta. Now, I heard this kit is really good. I've already talked about the Jesta before, but that's the HGUC version. I've already talked about like a little backstory of it, so if you want to check it out, check out that review. So taking a look at the box art, we see the Jesta being all badass, and you have a little battle going on in the background. You got the Jesta kit right there, which is a P Bandai kit, by the way. Take a look at this side of the box. We see a close-up of the beam rifle, the nice inner frame, front view. Moving on here, just shows off the shield and the articulation of the arm, rear view, and some nice gimmicks. Shows it has a 1/100 scale pilot and an opening cockpit. Of course, every Master Grade does. Side of the box just shows the Jesta with its nice action poses and some sweet articulation. And right over here, it shows that you can put an LED in the kit to make it glow red. And unfortunately, I don't have an LED, or maybe fortunately, depending on how you guys look at it, because when it comes to official Bandai LEDs, I heard mixed things about it. After opening the box, we are greeted with a manual and 5 bags of runners, and for some weird reason this one is not in the bag, but here you go. Looking at the cover of the manual, we see a familiar box art. Opening up the manual just shows the story, and I know it's in Japanese. We see the images from the anime, but it's in black and white. And we also have the mobile suit history. Moving on down, we got more information of the Jesta. Over here, just shows the mechanisms, the pilots, and where to place the marking stickers. Never mind, that was very foolish of me. That's the parts in spec. The marking sticker placement, that is going to be the last page, which I will show very soon. Checking the parts list, well, looks like we're going to be using all of them, except we're going to have a bunch of leftover polycaps. And in the middle of the manual, we got a nice CG render, some more information, a painting guide if you're planning on painting it for the mobile suit and the pilot, and it shows off the 1-point step or 1-point technique, whichever you want to call it. Over here, it just shows off more information of the mechanicism and LED, of course, and right down here it's just an advertisement of other MG Unicorn Gunpla kits. And like I said, this is a page to show you where to place the marking stickers. Taking a look at the back, we have the front and rear shot of the kit, in action pose, and the images from the anime. Starting off with runner A, we're going to have a multicolored runner with a big chunk of dark blue, small bits of white and yellow. B, we're going to have more dark blue parts, and check this out. That is a Federation logo on the shield. Looks like we're going to have some nice color separation. C is going to be that grayish, bluish parts. Letters D and E are going to be the gray parts. There's F1 and F2 are going to be more of the gray parts. F2 runner G's, the dark blue parts once again. Runners H1 and H2 are going to be the gray parts. Runner I1 is going to be the clear parts, and runner I2 is going to be the clear orange parts. Got a polycap runner, beam saber effect parts, hand runner, and finally we have marking stickers, dry transfers, and a color corrected sticker with only one tiny green sticker. That's going to be it for the unboxing, and man, I am so excited to put this kit together, and I really want to see why this is a must-have. So I'm going to put this kit together right now, and I'll see you guys right after. And here is the model kit all put together. I gotta say, I had so much fun putting this kit together, and as you're building it, it's not that complicated. The build, you can just knock it out in like one day. At a box presentation, I know I'm just spoiling it for you. It looks really great, and the seam lines, there's none at all. And the only sticker you have to worry about is this little green thing right here that goes onto this little dark gray piece on the side of the head. But you can easily paint that. I know I'm making the out-of-box presentation like pretty short because I don't know, it's just one of those kits that looks really great out of the box. So I'm gonna do some work on this kit and I'll see you guys right after. Bet you it's gonna look even better. And here is the Jesta after all the work, and he does look pretty nice, slightly weathered. Also, just a little advice, if you're top cleaning this kit, make sure you put some masking tape on the clear orange pieces, otherwise it'll look a little funny. Moving on with accessories, starting off with hand options. Well, he doesn't have any hand options because they are articulated fingers. And next up you have the beam rifle. This secondary handle can move side to side, or if you want to, it can also swing forward and backwards, and as you can see, it does rotate. Also, the magazines can be removable. You also have some spare ones right here. Next up, you have its shield, which attaches to the backpack right over here. And this arm right here is very articulated. It can rotate, it can move up and down, and this can move like with like a little hinge, and it can also rotate. And right over here, this can also swing out. So once again, this arm right here is very well articulated. And you also have a moving handle. Next up, you have a 1/100 scale pilot figure. He had 2 beam saber effect parts, but he only has 1 beam saber handle, which is located on this arm. And to get it out, all you gotta do is just flip this out, or actually fold out this backside first, then you can flip it out. And that is where you get the beam saber handle. So just a heads up, the beam rifle and the beam saber, they have these pegs that can swing out, so you can attach it to the articulated hands, which also swings out the peg. With articulation, the head is on a ball joint, but if you pull it out too much, that's not good. But it also shows this little gimmick you can do, is that you can put like an LED right here, which can make the eye glow. Moving on to the shoulders, it can swing outwards, it can rotate, it does move up, can move up this far, bicep swivel, double bend on the elbow, ball joint on the wrist, and you also have a hinge where you can make the wrist go down this way, and the articulated fingers I already mentioned. Onto the torso, it does have quite a lot of movement. It can move side to side, can crunch forward and backwards, and it does have a waist hole, but it's only limited. Of course, you do have an open cockpit, which reveals a seating pilot inside, and once again, due to the lighting I have, which is not the best, it is in there. Moving on to the skirt, the front skirt can move up this far, side skirt can move out that far, and also has this nice gimmick which you can open up, which reveals some grenades. And give me a second. Reveals some grenades, and I had to take off the head because it's, you know, not cooperating. Anyways, the basket can move out, so the legs can kick up this far, it can move back that far. And as for the splits, I mean, it can do the full splits, but you might pop off the side skirt. You do have this gimmick where this can rotate, which means like the leg can shift up and down, but on my copy, it's a little too tight, so just want to give you guys an idea. As for the leg, it can only bend about 90. Now, if you want to do like a full bend, all you gotta do is just pull this out, and then it can do a full bend. Moving on to the feet, it is crazy well articulated. Now trust me, it can go up this far, it can move back that far. It does have a rotation, and as for the pivot, it's a really good one. Onto the backpack, these thrusters can move. All you gotta do is lift these up, and it's on like a little tight ball joint. This part of the backpack does move so slightly, just for the shield. Overall, the articulation on this kit is really great. You can pull some dynamic poses off of it. Comparisons, here it is right next to the Strike Gundam, which is pretty close to a standard size, and as you can see, the Jesta is taller than the Strike. Finally, here it is right next to SD Aereo and Lego Aquaman. So that's gonna be it for the size comparisons. Let's move on to my final thoughts. Moving on to my final thoughts, overall, it's a really great kit, and I highly recommend to like any builders out there, whether you're new to the hobby or you're very well experienced. And I would even recommend it to like people who want to start building master grades. Sure, you don't get a lot of accessories. I mean, it's a Grunt mobile suit, so what do you expect? But the engineering and the articulation really makes up for it. And just another heads up, if you don't want to commit with the LED idea, just glue that little gray piece right there so it won't pop off. But that's gonna be it for the video. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here and want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. questions, concerns, comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Funny question, should I get a few more of these to make a squad?